Welcome back to the videos. It is wonderful to have you guys here again as always. Today in this video I've got to get this lump all stripped down to just about a block. Right. So as I was saying, as I was rudely interrupted by my camera battery dying, I'm going to get this lump all stripped down to a bare block. The rotating assembly is going away for balancing in 2 days. So I've got to get it all torn apart, and then a few things I've got to do to the block while the rotating assembly is away, and then once it comes back we'll get it all reassembled, minus the heads, because I'm doing a little bit of porting work in the heads as well. So I'm going to have to go ahead and order a few things to get that done. But for now, for the time being, I gotta get it all torn apart. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to get that balancer bolt out. Oh, this could be a problem. I gotta get it all torn down, get it all apart, and get it ready to go for balancing. I gotta get the pistons off the rods, and if anyone's ever worked with spiral locks before, they are a right pain in the dick. I'm usually gonna stab, or probably gonna stab myself in the fingers multiple times, and I'm really not looking forward to it, but I gotta get it done, gotta get it all apart, and get it all rebalanced. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead, get this lump of stuff off there and manifolds off, and start working on getting it all torn down, heads off and etc. I'm really excited to have a look at the bearings on it actually, because I'm pretty sure we're going to see a bit of bearing wear. Apart from that, hopefully there shouldn't really be too much of anything else going on with it. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to get to it, start on the top, work my way down and sideways etc, and get it all torn to bits. Start with this and work my way through. I have to try and figure out a way to get that balancer off. This should just be resting there. Yay! I got it. No. So I'm getting through it. I've got the balancer off, the gauge pipe off, intake manifolds off. You can see my crappy little ports here. They're really nothing special. It's a horrible angle. I did a little bit of porting on them years ago, but they can still probably come out a fair way, which is one of the goals for this rebuild or refresh. Just try and open these ports up a little more. Like if you look at the exhaust, they're still tiny. They're not as small as the stock ports, but yeah, there's still like a lot of room for improvement. A little bit down around the valve can be done a bit better as well, so I'll be looking into them. I'll get the rockers off soon. Make sure I get my rocker washers out too. And then we'll get these heads off. Get the timing cover and everything off. And then we'll flip it over. And start having a look at all the bearings. Well, we got this side head off. Nothing looks too bad on it yet. All pretty normal looking sort of wear and stuff. Pistons still look pretty good. Deck surface looks nice. I'll go ahead and Scotch-Brite this, clean it up, get it ready for going back together. Yeah, pretty happy with that. I'm going to get this side off, and then I'll pull the lifters out of it, I'll roll it over, and we'll start pulling the pistons out of it. Damn it, the microphone's been off. Now anyway, as I was saying, this is the top bearing. At least you guys haven't had to hear the mower. It looks pretty good. The bottom bearing also looks pretty good. It's not down to the brass yet. Again, this is only the first piston and rod. I'll have to see what they look like as I go along, and the rest of the 5 of them. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That looks pretty good. I'm going to have to take these rods off this piston, which I am not looking forward to. We got number 1 there, that should be easy enough. So yeah, anyway, you can see, and you can't see, but good old spool rods putting in the work. The J pistons also putting in the work. You can see J in the bottom there. Anyway, I'll keep moving on. There's some marks there, but nothing I can catch with my nail. It's just general wear and tear on a bearing. They almost always look the same unless bad things have happened, and then they look bad. Yeah, topside bearing, same story. A few little wear marks. Nothing I can really feel with my nail, so pretty happy with that. Good old spool rods again. Little end still feels really nice. I could pretty much just put these bearings back in it and send it. But I've got new ones there, so might as well use the new ones. Yay, the mowing stopped. Yeah, pretty good. Not bad. So yeah, same thing again. Bit of wear there, as you would expect, but nothing crazy.
I think you're used to your first one. When you pulled it apart and it was literally like a blow right out the side.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Extra cunty. Yeah, again,
There's a bit of glare from the light out there.
it looks pretty good. Bit of something I can pick my fingernail up on there. Something's gone through it, right there. I mean, other than that, it looks pretty damn good. And thrust bearings, pretty beat to hell.
Is that manual life?
Yep. This one looks like something's gone through it there as well, down the guts of it.
See a bit of copper as well.
Still better than the last time I pulled these out. They were. It's got a bit of crank walk. Yeah, that's the thrust side of it. It's pretty beat. Anyway, on to the next.
Do that and then sling it across the end.
This is probably the best looking one of it all. It's still got some of its top coating on it. Nothing I can really grab my nail on. Oh, I wonder where that metal was coming from then. I suppose it's going to depend on what the ones underneath the crank look like.
There's a bit of corrosion on the crank.
Thereabouts. Yeah, that was from last time it was apart, because it was apart for like fucking 12 months. The rod's got some corrosion on it too, which is gay. Oh man, that doesn't look too bad, eh? Like last time I pulled this thing down, that one and that one was basically just down to the brass or copper. You can see something's gone through it. There's a big groove in it there. So it's picked up something along the way and run it through the bearing. Thankfully it hasn't done any damage, whatever it may have been. They all look pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. I was expecting to see just like fucking all the brass over all of them. That looks really nice. Yeah. Nah, they're my favourite work pants.
Too much chili.
I'd say that's probably it. Like if you look at this thrust washer, it's basically worn all of the copper off it, all brass off it. All that limiter action and bang shifting gears. Cool.
That's annoying how it's going to do
Yeah, I can turn that setting off.
that. I get why it's there though, trying to preserve battery.
Yeah, burn through the battery. I'm not going to bother looking at the cam bearings because we all know what they're going to be like. I'm going to leave all that oil in the balls because it's going to need it. Well, that's going to be it from me in this video, guys. The block is now all torn down, ready to go. It all looks pretty good. I'm hoping I can get this turned around pretty quick. I'm going to call the guy tomorrow because I've got to let him know I'm going to be on my way there. But I've got to get these rods off these pistons, and spiral locks are a real pain in the ass to get back out. So I'm going to ask him if I can leave them on there because I really don't want to have to separate them. If he can work around them being on there. If not, I'm going to bring back a pick tomorrow and try and dig the spiral locks out of there, separate pistons from rods. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the bearing wear. I was expecting to see nothing but brass in it everywhere, but they all look pretty good. A couple of the main bearings did look like some stuff had gone through them, but for the most part they looked pretty good too. So yeah, not sure where that flaky or metallic looking oil was coming from. I suspect it's probably the thrust bearing being beaten out of the either the crank or the thrust bearing, because the bearing itself pretty much has very little of the brass material left on there, if there's even that much on there to start with. I'm not sure, but yeah, anyway, that's where I'm going to end it off in this video, guys. Like I said, I got a few things I got to do to this block. I'm going to try and do that next week. I'll try and film as much of that as I can, but I'm going to have that video sitting aside until a later date where I'll show you guys. I got to pull all the heads apart and get all the stuff out of them. Just porting on those. I don't think I'm going to video the porting. It's going to be pretty boring and a very tedious job. I'd like to just get it done, but I'll show you quickly what they're like before and after. But anyway, I'm starting to ramble on. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As you can probably see, Ethel's not really anything too special. And yeah, time to rebuild her again, hopefully a little bit stouter this time. Anyway, that being said, don't forget, unleash the boost, CO2 the world, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.